Okay, so picture this. The single drops. Everyone expects the usual script, right? Global superstar releases her most explicit song yet.
Controversy, backlash,
Hmm.
media meltdown.
Yeah, exactly. But the star here is Taylor Swift. She drops Wood, which, let's be honest, is easily the raunchiest thing on the life of a showgirl.
And then, boom, before the ink is even dry on the hot take, she just completely flips the script with this one perfect anecdote.
Her mom, it's a genius. She goes on SiriusXM, and you can almost hear the smirk telling everyone how her mother, Andrea, heard the song and thought.
Oh, it's just a cute song about superstitions, popular folklore.
Right, and Swift's like, which it absolutely is. Barely keeping it together. It's amazing.
Welcome to Starscope Report.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jamie. And this is where we cut through the noise and get right into the stories shaping the culture, the Hollywood drama, the music industry, chess moves, all of it.
Tonight we're doing a deep dive into what is honestly a masterclass in celebrity narrative control. Seriously. We're breaking down how Taylor Swift took this incredibly bold song about, let's face it, raw physical desire.
Uh-huh.
And somehow made it okay for, like, everyone, grandma included, just by giving us that sweet G-rated cover story, courtesy of Mom.
So let's unpack this calculated confession. It all went down October 6th, 2025. She's on the morning mashup. She's 35, right? This album, The Life of a Showgirl, is definitely her most mature work.
Oh, without a doubt. And she immediately gives context for Wood, the track that absolutely would have dominated headlines for being scandalous.
But instead of letting others frame it, she frames it herself.
And that's the brilliance, isn't it? That immediate, just masterful deployment of narrative control. She even calls it out the joy of the double entendre.
Yeah, basically saying, hey, you can see whatever you want to see in this song, giving permission.
It's such a smart move because it completely shifts the conversation.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's not, oh my God, listen to these lyrics. It's, oh, look at Taylor and her mom. It's suddenly this wholesome, funny story. It created this whole other news cycle.
Exactly. A safe one. It might feel a bit cynical, but strategically, it's gold. Using her mom's interpretation as the first shield, essentially.
It softens that edge, guarantees the song gets played everywhere. Because now the casual listener hears the superstition angle.
While the Swifties are absolutely in on the joke in that wink-wink, nudge-nudge meaning.
Does that, though, I don't know, does it feel like she's kind of apologizing for the adult themes? Like, oops, sorry, it's sexy, here's the PG version.
I don't see it as an apology. I think it's just incredibly savvy marketing. She's putting out this very adult, very confident expression of sexuality.
Okay.
But she's making sure there's a landing pad for everyone, an accessible entry point. It shows she's not just a songwriter, she's an architect of perception. She's literally telling the media how to cover it.
Giving them their angle on a silver platter.
Pretty much.
Okay, so if that story was the strategic camouflage, we absolutely need to dig into what was actually being hidden.
No.
Because the details in the song itself, they are not subtle, and they point very clearly to the real subject.
Absolutely.
And hey, if you're enjoying seeing how these Hollywood narratives get built and manipulated, definitely hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, you won't want to miss this because, trust us, what's actually in Wood goes way beyond knocking on, well, wood for luck.
The thing about Wood is how it just works flawlessly on these two completely separate levels. It's not just a gimmick. It's like lyrical engineering.
Totally. So, level one,
Yeah.
the surface read,
Yeah.
the Andrea Swift interpretation, basically.
Right. It's charming. It's all about luck, fate, finding a love so solid you don't need those old superstitions anymore.
Yeah, she throws in all the classics, plucking daisy petals. He loves me not.
Unlucky pennies, don't step on a crack.
That laughing black cat reference. That's all there.
And the core idea is that this love makes all those rituals unnecessary. I ain't got to knock on wood.
Exactly. Love equals certainty. She even framed it for Amazon Music, remember? Called it a very, very sentimental love song built around those superstitions. It's packaged perfectly.
Like a little G-rated gift box, but then you just nudge that surface layer.
And it just shatters.
Yeah.
Instantly. Because the real narrative, the dominant one, it's right there.
And it's bold. It's this completely unapologetic celebration of physical intimacy. Like, fans weren't just surprised, they were genuinely shocked, clutching their pearls, as the report said.
Yeah, I mean, the song doesn't leave much room for doubt once you hit that post-chorus. That's the point of no return.
Forgive me, it sounds cocky. He amatized me and opened my eyes.
And then the kicker. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Yeah. Okay. Redwood tree, wood, title's meaning, locked in, pretty clear.
Crystal clear. And the innuendos just keep coming. That line about breaking a curse with a magic wand, probably the least subtle thing she's ever written.
It's almost comical how blatant it is.
Right. But here's where the cleverness kicks in again. Even predicting their engagement, right?
A bouquet line.
Yes. Girls, I don't need to cash the bouquet to know a hard rock is on the way.
Hmm.
It's brilliant.
It's a double pun. Diamond ring and,
Exactly. Arousal. It works on both levels. She's writing layers for every single listener. It's kind of amazing.
Okay, so the lyrics tell us it's about sex, but she didn't stop there. She had to make sure the dedicated fans, the decoders, knew exactly who inspired it.
Oh, absolutely. She dropped the breadcrumbs. Or maybe, like, entire loaves of bread.
Right. Leading straight to Travis Kelce.
The biggest Easter egg, the smoking gun, it's in that second pre-chorus. It's impossible to miss. It's a direct shout-out to his podcast with his brother.
New heights of manhood. Manhood, I ain't got to knock on wood.
Bingo. That line just cements the whole subtext. It connects that masculine energy, that sexual confidence directly to his public brand.
It's not even subtle. It's like putting a footnote in the song.
Pretty much. And she wasn't finished embedding him in the album, obviously. Wood is the physical anchor, maybe. But the whole narrative weaves around him.
That opalite reference in another song.
Yeah, referencing his October birthstone, opal. It's all coded to signal this specific connection as something unique, precious.
So the song is built like a pyramid. Something for the casual listener at the base, something for the adult fan in the middle, and those specific coded messages for the Swifties at the top.
Perfectly architected.
And, this whole moment, releasing Wood with this level of confidence, it's not just random. It feels like the culmination of a really long journey.
Totally. You got to step back and remember the early Taylor.
The belly button. Remember the whole thing about her never showing her belly button?
Yes, it was like this symbol of extreme modesty, almost hyper-controlled innocence.
And now, fast forward to 35-year-old Taylor, secure, powerful, and just completely unafraid to explore desire, openly, with humor even.
The life of a showgirl feels like that statement piece. Moving from, like, fairy tale romance lyrics to something much more grounded, passionate, adult.
And this shift, it actually has real cultural significance, doesn't it? Academics are even looking at it. Like Stephanie Burt at Harvard, what's the takeaway there?
The takeaway is power dynamics. Burt points out that for so long in music, it was predominantly male artists describing women's bodies, the male gaze dictating desire.
Right.
Swift is flipping that. She's centering her desire, talking about her pleasure on her terms. It carves out space, challenges the old norms. It's important for other female artists, too.
Allowing them to talk about their own sexuality without feeling like they need to apologize or code it too heavily.
Exactly. And this confident sexuality in Wood is just one piece of this bigger puzzle, this album, that basically functions as a real-time autobiography of the Kelce relationship.
A codex, you called it, written by the main character.
Yeah, she's writing her own story as it happens.
And the album literally opens with high drama, right? The fate of Ophelia, Kelce as the savior.
Oh yeah, explicit. Singing about being drowning in the melancholy before he dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. It frames his arrival as like destiny intervening.
So dramatic. And the references just keep piling up. Hearing him call her on the megaphone, that's his podcast shout out, right?
Yeah. And her pledging loyalty to his hands, your team, your vibes. It's all very direct.
But it's not all epic myth-making. She balances it. Wit has that line about wanting domesticity, have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you.
Right. Brings it back down to earth a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so high school captures that early giddy phase, even references that old marry, kiss, kill game he played years ago. It's touching on all the phases.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the move that really shows her strategic thinking, the absolute control she's exerting over this narrative. It happens in Opalite.
Yes, the controversial part.
The really controversial part is mostly this beautiful song about him, but then she drops this verse that everyone immediately clocked as a direct hit on his ex-girlfriend, Kaylin Nicole.
That was bold. Singing from his perspective, seemingly, about that past relationship.
Yeah, you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real, she was in her phone, and you were just a pose.
Oof. Yeah. Oof is right. That blew up immediately. It's incredibly audacious, isn't it? Because it essentially forces everyone to reconsider his past relationship through her lens.
Exactly. She introduces this, like, antagonist figure. It reframes their current happiness not just as fate, but as a triumph over something superficial, something lacking.
She's not just telling her love story, she's actively editing his backstory to make their present look even better.
Clearing the stage, like you said earlier. Positioning herself as the one who truly sees him. Unlike the ex who was supposedly just distracted and performing, it makes their connection feel inevitable and superior.
Wow, okay. So that seemingly innocent story about Andrea's reaction to wood.
It's the perfect microcosm of the whole operation. Taylor Swift isn't just writing songs anymore. She's the omnipotent narrator of her own universe.
She put out her most sexually explicit track and simultaneously handed everyone the perfect, wholesome excuse to talk about it without talking about it. Both things exist at once. Both boost her.
She's writing, directing, producing the movie of her life in real time, episode by episode.
That joy of the double entendre she mentioned, it's not just a lyrical trick.
No, it's a whole philosophy of power. It lets the showgirl own her stage, own her narrative completely.
So it makes you wonder, right? If she can so effortlessly steer her own mother and the entire global media into interpreting a super raunchy song as being about, like, Lucky Charms, what other narratives, what other huge stories is she quietly shaping right under our noses without us even realizing it?
That's definitely something to think about.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.